In this video, I'll be doing unboxing and first look to the new Google Budget King, the Google Pixel 4a. This is varietistic, and let's find out. And the reason why we call this phone a Budget King, because this is the first Google Pixel phone came with a price tag $350. Now, being low price doesn't mean the phone suck. At the same time, I'm not saying to buy this phone. What we are going to do, we're going to have a closer look to the main specifications, we're going to try the phone, and then we're going to recommend the phone based on that price. Just before we jump to the main specification, I want you guys to know that this time around Google came just only in one model, the Google Pixel 4a. Before the previous year, they came up with two variants, the Google Pixel 3a and the Google Pixel 3 XL. The size screen will be 5.8, not quite big, but for people who want a compact size screen, that would be actually perfect. So the display panel will be OLED, the resolution will be 1080 by 2340 full high definition. In my opinion, decent for a mid-range phone. The amount of PPI will be 443 density per pixel, and the ratio will be 19 by 9. And Google has made tremendous change from the previous model, which is the Google Pixel 4, to have full infinity display, which is look absolutely stunning. For the processor, the phone will be powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 730. The GPU Adreno will be 618. Snapdragon 730 used only in mid-range phones. You guys not gonna expect the highest performance of this processor. Now the phone has internal memory 128 gigabytes, which is quite decent in my opinion, and the phone lack of the SD card, but normally Google have their cloud service, is not something you need to be worried about. Also, the phone came with 6 gigabytes of RAM. Now the battery on paper doesn't seem to me very promising. The size will be 3140 milliamp with 18 watts of fast charging. We've seen phone actually cheaper than the Pixel 4a and has 25 watts of charging. Also, the phone doesn't support wireless charging. Now, the main advantage for all Google Pixel lineup and the Google Pixel 4a would be the camera. This time around, Google simplified the camera. They give you a strong flagship camera on a mid-range phone, costs $350. We will have only one single camera. We're gonna be talking about the camera later on in the video, but we have 12 megapixel on the back and 8 megapixel on the front. Now let's get to the unboxing. I like to show you the unboxing because I'm sharing my life experience with the phone. The first time I unbox the phone, the first time I see the phone. So this is my first impression. Let's go ahead and crack this seal open. First of all, this is actually my unit sent by Team Pixel. Actually, this is not the final unit if you ask me. That's why you guys don't see a lot of stuff over here. So let's go ahead and crack it from the other side. There we go. And there we go. This time around, you're gonna see the phone from the back. There we go. The phone actually has the carbon feel to it. Actually, fingerprint, it won't be shown on the back of the phone. The big construction will be a plastic. You will see Google logo, fingerprint, and square hub camera over here. As you guys can see, you will have the main camera and the flash as well. And then from this side, you will see the full infinity Google Pixel phone for the first time. It will be like a camera punch to the corner over here. It feels actually nice. It has a curve, actually helps with the grip. Also, we have this power key actually in white color. The phone color, I believe, is a gray with black. Absolutely looks good, but doesn't actually feel premium for sure. This phone actually feel also low weight because the phone actually made out of plastic, but we understand this, the phone not expensive at the end of the day. Now let me just set the phone on the side and see what accessory that the phone comes with. So first of all, we will see some actually the paperwork, the SIM injector tool over here, and as expected, you won't get any headphone or a case or anything with the phone. This is actually 18-watt Google charger, which is nice to see. And we have the C-type to C-type cable, as you guys can see, to charge the phone, and we will have OTG cable. It will be hard to comes out. I'm just gonna show you from the box, and that's actually to transfer information from phone to another. I believe nothing else in the box. Very simple actually unboxing over here. Now we're gonna go back to the phone and we're gonna actually play with it, spend some time, and we will come back to you with more information. But before we do this, let me take that plastic off. Now just before we begin, I want to highlight the main key features between the Google Pixel 4 XL and the Google Pixel 4a. Starting first of all with the interior of the phone, the Google Pixel 4 XL has the flagship specs when the time the phone actually released. It has also a bigger screen, more resolutions, Quad HD, and better built construction. For instance, the phone actually has glass on the back and metal frame, while the Google Pixel 4 has only a plastic and also a plastic build. The phone actually much lighter because the build construction. Now, since the phone has a plastic back, the phone doesn't support wireless charging. The phone doesn't have a squeeze to Google Assistant as we saw in the Google Pixel 4. Just a squeeze and Google Assistant actually is gonna come up to you. And the phone actually doesn't have the face unlock like the Google Pixel 4. It has only a fingerprint, which is, in my opinion, works good. Actually, like me myself, since the Google Pixel 4 XL it's my main daily driver, I miss the fingerprint. But the face time actually is very handy, not when you wear a mask actually. Now, also good to mention, the Google Pixel 4a came with one camera on the back, while the Google Pixel 4 XL has dual camera, and the difference is gonna be mainly for the depth sensor and macro mode. Not huge difference though between the camera on the A and the XL, except, as I said, the depth sensor and the macro mode. Other features is gonna be available in the Google Pixel 4a, which is I'm going to cover more in depth in this video. Going back to the Google Pixel 4, nothing much to report about the build construction and the design. The phone similar in the look for the Google Pixel 4 and the 4 XL, except the build construction lack actually of wireless charging, the camera as I explained. In addition to this, this phone is not rated IP, so the phone is not waterproof. Now, one of the important things a lot of YouTubers miss to talk about will be the quality of the speaker. The Google Pixel 4a has a speaker fire from the bottom and from the front. It's always nice to see a speaker fire from the front because when you use the phone in landscape mode or you play video games, the sound will not be interrupted. Overall, talking about the audio in this phone actually is great and reflect good quality. Now for the display, as I said, the size will be 5.8. It's not quite big, and we have OLED panel with resolution full high definition plus. This is, in my opinion, great because the screen is not actually huge. You won't see the screen is pixelated or anything like that. In addition to this, we have 443 for the PPI, so the screen, no matter where you look at, the angle of view is going to be absolutely perfect. And since it's an OLED display, all these colors are going to look true and very vivid. In addition to this, look what Google has made to the screen. Now they changed the ratio to 19:9 and they actually full infinity display. Overall, speaking about the display, is absolutely a great display. Now the main advantage of all Google Pixel phone lineup, it will be the operating system, and no exception for the Google Pixel 4a, that because the phone is gonna come with the latest operating system, and also Google, they're gonna promise you 3 years of software update. At the time I'm recording the video, the phone came with Android 10, and I believe the phone will be receiving a new software update for Android 11 very soon. Now, since this is a Google phone, the phone came with a stock Android. You're gonna enjoy the experience of a pure Android with no additional custom UI or application that you don't need to be pre-installed in your phone. Overall, my experience with the operating system is very fluid, very fast, very smooth, going from app to another, no problems whatsoever. Back to two reasons: the pure stock Android experience that you will have with this phone and a decent performance of the processor. Now for the battery performance, in average, you guys gonna expect the phone is gonna give you up to 7 hours of screen on time and up to 2 days of usage to recharge the phone once again. Overall, speaking about the battery, exceeded my expectation, especially for a low size battery. Now moving to the performance, I was very satisfied with the performance of Snapdragon 730 with 6GB of RAM. I was able to play most of the games with high graphics with no lags or problems, and 128GB, in my opinion, it's decent for the storage, and you guys not gonna expect more than 128 on a budget phone that costs 350. Lack of the SD card, in my opinion, is not that problem because you can use the cloud service through Google One and the Google Photo, and you don't need more storage to save pictures and videos. Now moving to the camera, before we talk in depth about the camera on the Google Pixel 4a, I want to point this out for you. This phone has the best camera for phone price 350 period. This is in my personal opinion, based on the experience spending 2 days with this phone taking pictures in all different situations. That doesn't mean the camera doesn't have advantages. There are two major issues with the camera. First of all, lack of the ultra wide and lack of the depth sensor. In other words, you won't be able actually to zoom without cropping the pictures and the quality of the image. Let's open the camera application. The camera application, very simple, very clean, easy to use, not complicated. You will have portrait, camera, video option. A video you could get up to 4K 30 fps 1080p on 60 fps, that's for the video, and slow motion up to 120 fps. Also, we have the night mode, where you can also take astrophy mode, where you can capture pictures for the stars. Even if you have very dark situation, that camera will be capable to take very good clean pictures, which is I'm going to show all these samples in this video. Going back to the portrait, I was so amazed because the phone will be able to recognize human, object, and animals, which is impressive in my opinion. And we have some more actually features for the camera, like panorama, slow motion, which is up to 128, as I said, time lapse, a lens actually to use Google Assistant with the camera. And now I'm gonna leave you with all the photo samples I have taken with the Google Pixel 4a.
But I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never want to.
Now, evaluating the phone based on the price, in my opinion, 350, that is a fair price, and the phone is not that expensive, especially if we take into account the pure experience of a stock Android and receiving software update for 3 years supported by Google, and a super camera that takes actually nice and crisp pictures. This phone has paid my attention, and for me is a buy. That was very much it. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If you like my content, you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos in the future. And thank you. I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.
I won't look back.